Hey, American Contractors, viewers of the American Contractors Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractors Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked out American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Northern Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Northern Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
Got this. What's up, everybody? Lee Meteorologist Choquette here for a forecast update slash kind of some live coverage type deal. We're going to go into what we're seeing right now, and we're going to kind of go over what we're expecting the rest of the evening, and we're also going to do a hail forecast for tomorrow since we didn't get a chance to do that at noon. So we're going to start right now. We have actually had a storm here in the Oklahoma City area where we're located out of Edmond. You heard some lightning or heard some thunder a little while ago, and we had a storm just move through the Yukon area. Let's query these two reports. I believe there's probably a quarter-size hail report, or I think there was a nickel-size hail report and a quarter-size hail report. Yeah, nickel to quarter-size hail in Yukon, and then half-inch hail apparently in Yukon. But we did see another report came in just a second ago. We saw a whole bunch of MPING reports come in with this as it moved through the Yukon area. So around quarter-size hail, and this is lifting to the north very fast here. Let's see what the algorithm's saying for this one right now, since we have it right here. Let's check that out. And then, okay, so it's showing around quarter-size hail, and so chances are we're seeing around quarter-size hail moving into Piedmont at the moment. Let's take a look at the CC, zoom in on this a little bit and take a look at the CCs, see what, if we can see where this hail's falling. We saw quite a bit of hail with this storm here, as we had a lot of it really falling. So here's the Kilpatrick Turnpike where it makes the turn here in Oklahoma City. And if we move it off to the west just a little bit, you can see that lower area of CCs. That's indicating you're getting a ton of that pocket change hail up to quarter size. So anywhere from half P to half inch to 1 inch size hail. And this is going to be near to just to the west of the Kilpatrick Turnpike where it turns, and then up into the Piedmont area. This is racing off to the north here, and it's going to be moving out of the Oklahoma, Canadian County areas in the next half hour or so. Elsewhere, so let's move out of Oklahoma City area and kind of get a bigger view. Let's go down here by Childress. Derek's actually on this storm with the Hail Stalker doing some chasing it right now, and they've been tracking this one. I think they were running around in some nickel-sized hail earlier. Looks like apparently a golf ball report came in with this. Keep an eye on this. This is their best chance at seeing any kind of tornadic activity. And there's that golf ball report from a little earlier. You can see the algorithm is indicating that there's a potential for some tornadic development coming up. We can check out the velocities real fast, see if they're going to see a tornado today. I know Justin's going to be disappointed if it does. And it looks like, yeah, there's some broad rotation with this, probably quite the hailer. And this thing's going to keep going off to the south and to the east. Potentially could have some really big hail with this in a little bit here. So let's jump back to that reflectivity. Let's go back down. Now let's go down to the Dallas area, see what's happening there. And you guys are under a severe thunderstorm watch, and you had some storms a little bit earlier, up to golf ball. Oh, I got to sneeze. Okay, I managed to make it past. So we had some golf ball size hail in the town of Murphy, Texas a little bit earlier, and right now, not a whole lot, but your chances aren't done. I thought we were going to see most of our hail chances a little bit earlier. We did see up to some golf ball size hail, like I mentioned here in Collin County. But if we go to the west a little bit, you can see there are some storms off to the west, and keep an eye on these guys here. These could move into the Metroplex a little bit later this evening. So Dallas, you're not completely out of play yet. I think you could have a chance for some storms a little bit later on this evening after about 6 or 7 p.m. So if you're wanting that big time hail, there's still a chance, not a huge chance, for some more hail this afternoon into the evening. We already have a map out there. I believe it's named, I think I called it the Murphy, Richardson, Grand Prairie, Texas hail, and that's going to include everything that happens in Texas today. Further to the south, we have a ton more rain. Well, further south, we have a rogue supercell that came off the mountains of Mexico into the area near Eagle Pass. We don't have the radar loaded up here, so we're just getting the tippy top of the storm, and it's I guarantee that it probably has bigger hail than that. We're just picking this up from super far away. This shouldn't be any problems for much population staying well to the south of San Antonio, well to the north of McAllen. So I think this is just a rogue storm that formed off of the mountains in Mexico. And then off to the east here over by the Houston area, a lot of rain. Ton of rain with this. A little bit of rotation here. We'll keep an eye on this. So we do have a severe thunderstorm, or a tornado watch actually. Doesn't look super great. Through the Houston area. This is really going to mitigate that hail chance, and we didn't really have a huge hail chance across Texas today, and this is going to help minimize all that heavy rain that's happening across the Conroe, Huntsville, Corrigan area. So that's a quick look at what's happening right now. We're going to kind of jump into the forecast now, see what else we have to expect, and this is what we've had so far today for our storm reports. Again, mentioning the Dallas area, had some storms up here, probably will be the main show in terms of the biggest hail. And then, of course, I set this before the storm moved through, but we had those quarter reports coming in the Yukon area, and expect this to fill up more and more through the remainder of this evening with the hail and then eventually wind and maybe even some tornado reports as well. Going into the future radar, what are we expecting over the rest of this evening, at least what the models are showing, and we have a lot of activity again forming here. This is where your biggest hail is going to be, and then as we push forward to about 7 o'clock, you see you have some activity possibly moving through the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Again, don't take this with as verbatim, but just get an idea of what we're expecting here moving forward in the next couple of hours. And then by about 8 o'clock, we might see some storms try to make their way towards Oklahoma City as well. I think the biggest threat for Oklahoma City is going to be wind and possibly some spin-up tornadoes within that, and that's going to be around that 10 o'clock hour. By about 10 o'clock, things are winding down in Dallas, and after that, we may see a major wind event push through here in the overnight hours across sections of eastern Oklahoma, parts of Arkansas, into Louisiana. Northwestern Arkansas area, I'm not seeing too much in the way of hail. If there is anything at all, it would be around quarter size hail with that. So here's that hail forecast from a little bit earlier today. Not too much, I haven't really changed too much at all. Still pretty much on target. Some of it may be more on the, it's already happened, but for the most part, again, I'm keeping that chance still kind of low through the remainder of this evening. That's not including the storm that just happened across the Oklahoma City area. Wichita Falls is still the main area we're watching. And then Dallas, I still have you in there for that chance for some hail. But if anything does explode here off to the west, there is that chance that, again, that bigger hail may actually meander its way into the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I still have the chance for San Antonio. And I think this area over here by Houston definitely isn't going to be orange anymore, but I didn't get a chance to update the map too much. So somebody's saying Colorado, you still guys got to still wait. You keep getting snow. It's going to be a while before you get that hail. So biggest change, the biggest update I have here in the forecast, which I didn't get to do yesterday, not yesterday, at noon, feels like yesterday, tomorrow's forecast. So it's kind of complicated. Looks like we're gonna have a lot of activity in the morning hours, but the main focus for hail in the southeast tomorrow is going to be these storms that form here after about 3 o'clock and a storm up here. These could be some big time hailers across Alabama, possibly over by the Montgomery area, maybe over by Huntsville or Birmingham. And that's going to continue into the evening hours here. See by about 8 o'clock, some isolated storms possibly even into Georgia and down into northern Florida. These could all potentially have some large hail and even move through the Atlanta area through the evening hours. So we're keeping a close eye on Saturday. Saturday could sneak up on us a little bit and be a bigger hail day as well. These are your most at-risk cities for Saturday. I got Montgomery, Alabama, Birmingham, Atlanta, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, and Charlotte. Again, the best chance is probably Montgomery area and possibly Tallahassee, Florida area. I see Pensacola as well, all possible here with some hail. And then there's your hail forecast for your April 24th here. This is your Saturday forecast. We'll have an update for this tomorrow as well. Best chance of the biggest hail looks like we are going to see around the Alabama-Mississippi border and across the southern sections of Alabama, north of the actual coastline. So Memphis, Jackson, you guys would be in the morning, but again, where I have it hatched, that's your most significant threat zone for your hail. Montgomery, you're in there with the moderate chance, and then you could see storms possibly in Atlanta or in Charlotte. This is going to be after dark, after about 9 p.m. or so, and further to the south here, again, anywhere along the Florida panhandle and parts of southwestern Georgia and south central Alabama is your best chance for some hail, maybe even into Jacksonville into the evening hours. So that's what we're seeing for tomorrow. It's going to be a southeast day, and then after that, we're going to be quiet on Sunday, quiet on Monday, and then Tuesday could be another significant risk here across the southern plains like Oklahoma and into Texas. Questions about DFW? Yes. You're done for now. I do not think you're done for the day. There is the rain kind of pulled away. So now you're going to see some storms trying to build off back to the west a little bit here, and that could lead to more storms. So we'll do any live coverage, anything major does happen later on this evening. So don't miss out on that. Hit See First on Facebook. Sign up subscribe to our YouTube channel and get the notifications, the bells, all that jazz. Whatever you gotta do so you know when we're live and it goes to your phone, do that and you don't miss anything that we have going on here. We're gonna try to do these 5 p.m. forecasts a little bit more, especially on storm days where it's a little more elongated or possibly even storms firing later. So let me know if you like this, guys, and we will continue doing that. Of course, give us a call, 855-334-4245. Just because it's now after 5 p.m., we are still answering the phones. Don't worry, we got Justin over there. I'm just letting you guys talk to him. He's doing double duty right now. He's shaking his head. info@hailtrace.com for our email. You can visit our website, hailtrace.com, with more details. Do those hail dances, guys. We'll be back later for some live coverage here, maybe in Oklahoma or Texas. If not, we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good evening, everybody.